So we're live right now, but we haven't started yet. So we're definitely giving away. So I decided in my good graces that we're going to give away. We're going to use this video to give away tickets to Jurassic World.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, so we're going to give away tickets to Jurassic World. Now, I probably won't have a winner for this video because I don't even know who's going to show. But we're definitely going to have winners. We haven't gone live yet. Nobody's shown up yet. We're on time.
Okay.
We're not running on CP time, thank God. Because last time I ran on CP time. Oh, I'm so bad at that. I need to get my whole life together.
I need to figure out how to turn up the volume then.
You're actually loud to me.
I'm loud to you?
Yeah, to me you're loud, yeah. To me
you're
loud.
You're not loud to me though. Let's see.
So, yeah.
I feel like I have a shower.
So I'm gonna, and like all my friends are like in Atlanta, so hopefully when I reshare this, share to. Oh no, not the Bez. Posting as. Oh, not you, dumbass. Oh, not you either. Oh my God. Can't do it. Won't let me do it. Cancel. Post. So yeah, so just give it a few. And then, oh, Marcus! He's here. Hi, Marcus.
Hi.
I missed you. He's my best friend in the whole fucking world. I love Marcus.
Hi, Marcus. Marcus is also my brother's name. Fun fact.
Oh, word?
Mm-hmm.
So
your bestie must be awesome.
He is. He's amazing. He left me for his wife, but whatever.
Minor detail.
Like, he knows where the real love is, so it doesn't matter. What's up, Corey Isaac? Hello, how are you? We're about to get started in a little bit. Okay. Let me just send out the memo on Facebook. Okay, so for those of you guys who are tuning in, go get your friends, tell them to tune in, because sometime during this video, probably at the end, we're going to give away tickets to Jurassic World. And yes, I will be paying for whatever showing you want to see at whatever cinema. And it doesn't matter if it's IMAX 3D, you know what I'm saying? However you want to watch it. I didn't know that was a thing, but we're gonna do it. We're here for it. We are here for it. So
only 6 theaters in the U.S.
Yeah, so go get your friends and let them know, and I'll break my bank on 4K Jurassic World. That sounds so painful, so expensive.
It's an amazing experience.
We have that in Atlanta. We have one of those.
No, we don't have one in Atlanta. There's the closest one I think is in Orlando.
I'm about to say, don't get me hyped because I catch a flight.
Well, there's one in Seattle. That's closer to you.
It is. I didn't know that. And Marcus probably knew that and didn't say nothing. Not a real true friend. But I love him anyway. He is my bestie. So yeah, just give me a second and just to put this out. Okay. Then let me look at my notebook behind me.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, see who shows, and then we're gonna go from there. Griffin, hi Griffin. He is the sponsor, author of Crimson Despair. You guys need to go check that out.
We love sponsors.
Yeah, definitely. He's my best friend too. Definitely a big contributor, especially verbally, as he yells at me for. Okay, so that's good. So we're good. All the logistics are gone. No, one more thing. All right.
There's a light on my end.
It's all right. It's good.
Okay.
All right, so I'm gonna give it a couple more, like maybe a minute or two more, and then we're gonna dig right into it. So, again, for all those coming in, bring your friends because we're giving away Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom tickets. So you guys will be able to get those. I think I am gonna do one giveaway during the interview. At the end of the interview, for those who are still in participation of the interview, I'll give away one set of tickets during the interview, and then I'll give another set of tickets away on Instagram later on. So that way we keep it even, Steven. But yeah, we're definitely doing the giveaway.
Nice.
It's gonna be dope. I'm really excited for that movie. I can't wait to see it. I feel like it's gonna be life, and I can't wait for it to give me such.
Yeah. I agree. It looks like the previews look amazing.
It does. Like the top movies coming out right now are like Jurassic World, Ant-Man, Captain Marvel, Aquaman, and I think that's it. And then Lego Movie 2 comes out around my birthday in February,
which I'm most excited about.
Oh my god!
The first one was so good. The sequels are never as good as the first one, but I'm still excited about the second Lego movie.
Lego Movie 2 looks fucking amazing. Comes out around my birthday, just like Black Panther did. Oh, like Warner Brothers made up for their shitty Justice League movie by giving me Lego Movie 2, and I'll take it. And then Bumblebee got its release trailer today, and I'm not gonna lie, I think they're trying to reboot Transformers, and John Cena versus Bumblebee is not gonna bring me back to the franchise.
Yeah. I heard about the Bumblebee movie.
Yeah, they can have that. I'm not enthused.
I love Transformers, but it's gone downhill ever since the first one.
Yeah.
And I really do. I don't know. We'll see what they can do with this Bumblebee movie. I don't know that it'll take a lot for them to redeem themselves, though.
They also
Michael Bay.
Fantastic Beasts 2 is supposed to be coming out. I'm hyped for that. I know Aquaman better be good because DC were getting shit on. I'm not even gonna deny that. And then man, oh god, it hurts so bad. And then Shazam, and we'll see how that goes. What's up, Dylan Rogers? How you doing, man? I see you over there.
Hi.
But yeah, so all right, so I'm gonna give it 30
minutes. Friends are so supportive. I like them.
I actually don't know who Dylan Rogers is. He, you know, but so yeah, I'm gonna give it a couple more seconds, and then we're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. So again, if you're tuning in, go grab a friend, sit down, post up, comment. Feel free to ask questions. We will get to the questions and their answers. And we are going to give away Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom tickets during this interview. And then we're going to give another set of tickets. Yes, 2 tickets. And then we're going to give another set of tickets away sometime this week on Instagram. Myron Marcus Abernathy said, my sister.
Yes. Hey, Myron. It's my cosplay brother.
So, yeah.
Stay tuned for our cosplay at Dragon Con.
Oh, yeah.
2018.
I'm so glad.
Yeah, we're doing a group cosplay.
I need to make it a Dragon Con.
That's all I'm gonna say.
I need to make it a Dragon Con. I'm so glad. All right, so in 30 seconds we're gonna start, and whatever happens.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's up, Jeffrey Hall? How you doing?
Hi, Jeff. That's my other brother. That's my big brother.
Yeah. So. All right, so you remember the topics, because we're about to get deep here, all right? We're about to get into some deep water. No, I don't want to hear that from you. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am. Okay. I gave you forewarning. I gave you a foreboding, so you're in it now.
You did.
All right, so 3, 2. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, Jonathan D'Angelo, a.k.a. Johnny D, and you are tuned in to another Blerd View session, the 3rd this week. I'm so proud of myself. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we have Royalty Cosplay, Atlanta's own cosplay queen, in my opinion. How are you doing, sweetheart?
Thanks. I'm good. Thanks for having me on.
No problem. Thanks for coming on. I mean, we met at Comic-Con, the last day of Comic-Con.
No, we met at MomoCon.
MomoCon. Crap, MomoCon. That's right, MomoCon. We met at MomoCon, last day of MomoCon, and you were dressed in your Cobra soldier outfit, right?
Yep, Lady Piper.
I love
that. Which was inspired by Myron, who is on right now. And you also met Jeff Hall, who's taking photos of us, who's also on right now.
Oh, facts. What's up, Jeff? That's Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
That was Jeff.
Yeah, I like that. I got to get those pictures from my daughter, Jeff, because he's like the only person who has like the best ones ever. So like me and Jeff got to link up after this. I got to bribe him for those pictures. So, all right. So, let's get into the interview. Just to let everybody know, we'll shout out the sponsors right quick. Shout out to Dante Griffin for being here tonight. He is the Blerd View sponsor and motivator. He is author of Crimson Despair, a fan fiction that he writes himself. And you guys can go Google that, check that out. Griffin, if you don't mind, drop a link in the comments and we'll get to that. And also, to bring your friends, all right? Hey, Sophia, Taurus, what's up, guys? Bring your friends to this because we are going to give away a pair of Jurassic World tickets during this interview. So if you stick it out for the whole interview, you might be chosen to get a pair of Jurassic World tickets. And you never know, I might give out more than one pair during this interview. And then we're definitely going to give out another pair sometime this week on our Instagram. So if you guys are on Instagram, hit us up at the Blerd View. And that's where you can find us there. The stipulation for getting the tickets on Instagram is that you have to like, subscribe, follow, add us on social media, then tag us in a link letting us know you did so, and a lucky winner will get chosen after you've done all those stipulations. I think though, to get my numbers up, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start cosplaying Lude because it seems to work. Like I don't know I don't know what I gotta do. I don't know what I gotta take off, but I'm gonna make something happen. Because I think that might work. I might have to just do like Lude Misty with the straps and the little like booty shorts, you know what I mean, and the or Lude Ash. I can do Lude Ash. You know what I mean? I got to figure that out. But I mean, it's just just for the numbers. You know what I mean? Just for the numbers. But anyway, so let's get into it. So all right, so Miss Royalty Cosplay. What got you into cosplay in the first place? What got you here?
Actually, it's something that I've always wanted to do since I was a little girl. Like I would sneak into my cousin's room. He doesn't know this. I hope he's not watching. I would sneak into my cousin's room at my grandma's house, and I would look at his comic books, and that sort of got me into this world. And so, growing up, I wasn't ever allowed to dress up for Halloween because religion, right? And then as an adult, I still like really, really wanted to do it. But my two big brothers, one of them who's on right now, which is Jeff Hall, and the other one, which is Lee Willis, they actually invited me to Dragon Con to hang out with them in 2012. And since then, I have been hooked, like totally hooked.
So what was your first cosplay at Dragon Con?
Okay, so my first cosplay was kind of bootleg. I literally made it up in my car. I was a ninja, just a regular ninja. Put on my workout clothes, black pants, black shirt. I got 2 plastic swords from a costume shop, and I duct taped them together like this in an X. And I got some rope so I could put them around my shoulders so I can like pull out my swords, you know?
Yeah.
And then I got some random fabric and cut out like the eye part and then cut out a hole in the top for my ponytail to flow. And that was my cosplay. And some flip-flops, because ninjas wear flip-flops. No, they don't, but... That was my very first cosplay, and after that I was like, I gotta step it up. Like I came to Dragon Con and it was more than just Halloween. Like people were so committed, and I was like, man, I gotta step it up next year. So I've been trying to do since then.
Jeff Hall said it wasn't a bootleg.
It was bootleg.
So
Jeff just loves me, that's all.
So, like, what got you into being a nerd? Was it sneaking into your cousin's room and reading the comic books, like, or was it a little bit more than that?
It was a little bit more than that, and this is super personal. So you guys get a little. Some of you that's on that you guys may know this, but growing up, I was like bubble girl. I had an allergy to everything, like everything. The sun, grass, weeds, pollen, trees, whatever. And so I didn't really have anything else to do except for stay inside and read. So I became a nerd very, very, very early on. Probably when I realized it, I think I was in first grade. So yeah, a long time ago.
so like, what was that like definitive thing, that definitive show or book or comic? Like, what was like the one thing like you knew, like, okay, I'm in it for life. Like, this is it for me right here.
Yeah, it was a couple of things, but I think the leading thing was X-Men, the comic books and the cartoons.
Okay.
Like hands down, that had me hooked. And then after that, probably Ninja Turtles. I know it sounds crazy, but yeah.
Ninja Turtles was amazing. What do you mean? The 80s, 90s Ninja Turtles is the greatest iteration of Ninja Turtles ever. You know, like
Yeah, I loved them. Like my mom would buy me Barbies, but then my brother would get Ninja Turtles, and I would be mad because I wanted the Ninja Turtles. I didn't want the Barbies.
no, yeah, like
Yeah.
so like do you watch how if I may ask, how old are you?
I'm 35.
Okay. So okay,
Old
so
lady.
well, first of all, we're black, we don't get old, all right? That's facts. So and I wouldn't know, not even. I honestly didn't know.
Black on crack. That's what they say.
Man, I didn't need 35. Like I would have said 20. I would have said 24 if I didn't know any better. I would have said 24.
Thank you.
So
That's to my mom for the good genes.
So like, did you ever watch any like anime or anything like that? Like, I mean, you're 35, so you had She-Ra, He-Man, Voltron.
Yeah.
Did
So I
you?
was never a really big anime fan, but I definitely liked He-Man. And when She-Ra came out, I was like, yes, a woman, somebody I can relate to. And I did watch Voltron growing up, but not as much as I do now. The Netflix version is everything.
Is it? I heard it was good. I just never checked it out.
So good. Like all the characters and Princess Allura, they like revamped her whole vibe. So strong female characters are really, really appealing to me. So yeah.
So, as a female nerd growing up, how was it like when it came to representation? I know both on the woman and on the black side, because you had, on the one hand, you had Storm, and she was like the only real black figure, comic figure, nerd figure growing up for a while. But you had She-Ra. There were female Transformers on the show, kind of weird, but whatever, we'll let that go. So, you had Rogue on X-Men, for sure. You had Storm and Rogue. In Spider-Man, you had Black Cat. I know you watched that cartoon if you saw X-Men.
Yeah, definitely.
And Batman, you had Batgirl. So, like, how was it, like, growing up seeing representation, or even lack thereof, as both a woman and a black woman? How was that for you?
For a long time, I didn't really notice it. It was just like, whatever cartoons and whatever comics were out there were just this, in my mind, were the standard. So it was acceptable. I didn't understand that there could be more because I didn't see more, right? And I was really, really young. But after a while, once I got, a little older, especially towards high school, Storm was everything for me, because that's the only superhero that I felt like that I could identify with, and that I actually liked her superpowers a lot. I felt like I could relate to it. I've always been fascinated with flight. So the fact that she's able to fly and control the weather and control the elements, kind of do things that I wish that I could do secretly, that was really appealing to me. But it wasn't until more recently, like around when I started going to Dragon Con a few years back in 2012, that I really started exploring a lot more other characters of color, specifically with female characters of color. A lot of the times I didn't even realize that they existed because there's not that much representation in the comic books and in cartoons or animated series. So if they did appear, it was like one issue here, one issue there, Misty Knight here, somebody, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So So I think as I've gotten older, the kid in me has gotten bigger. So crazy.
So as a black woman growing up in the cosplay culture, do you ever feel? I was talking to Chocolate Wafu just this morning, literally about this exact topic, and she's from the Netherlands, black from the Netherlands, and check out that interview after this one.
Definitely.
Yeah, we were talking, and she was saying she was talking about cosplay creativity, and she was saying that the fact that she was a black woman in a predominantly non-black society, it pressured her not to cosplay characters that weren't of color. As a black woman, did you feel that same struggle, that same pressure?
Yeah, it's part of the reason that I didn't start cosplaying earlier. It's not the only reason, but it's part of it. I feel like in my mind, there was only Storm really that I thought that I could relate to specifically. Not the only character I liked, but the only one that I felt like I could relate to. So yeah, that was kind of hard. But then I got turned on to the website worldofblackheroes.com. which is still one of my favorite websites because it lists, and if you haven't visited it, go visit it because it lists all the heroes and all the villains that are of African descent. And so that helps me start seeing, oh my goodness, there were these characters that were created. They just didn't get as much shine as somebody like Storm. So once I started realizing that there were more characters, it started making it like I felt empowered even more, not only to begin cosplaying these characters, but also sharing this information with other cosplayers and other people who, might want to cosplay in the future.
That's actually a good shout. I didn't know that website existed, so I appreciate it.
Yeah, check it out.
So
it's a pretty robust website.
So growing up as the black nerd girl, were you an open nerd, because I know a lot of nerds. Let me just clear the air right quick. A lot of black nerds. I have this talk all the time. They're closeted because they feel like, well, growing up when we did, on the one hand, being a nerd was, to black people that was acting white, and then white people
absolutely
didn't really accept us because
white and weird. So
yeah,
it's just like two things brought up into one. Yeah. I don't know. As far as being that nerd, I guess I was really, really introverted growing up, like extremely introverted. As a matter of fact, fun fact, I didn't even start really talking to people and being open until I was 21. So
wow, really,
yeah.
21?
Yeah, yeah. And I was like always, I was very introverted, but I was always thinking. My mind was always processing information and people and situations and stuff. And I realized that I had something to contribute to conversations or to discussions or whatever. So I think I just started talking because all that stuff had built up over the years and it just started slowly coming out, and then I just never shut up. So I'm very extroverted now. Very, like, way opposite than I was when I was younger. So when I was, like, a lot of people that, still know me now from when I was growing up that I went to school with, they never in a million years guessed that I was into anything like this. This is such a shock to them. But for me, it's always been in there.
So you weren't the open Blerd girl. So like, how did you navigate that? Like, how did you hide that? Like, because I'm not gonna lie.
I just didn't talk. I didn't share anything with anybody.
Man, I was about that life. I got made fun of all the time. Like, oh, you like Ninja Turtles and Dragon Ball? Like, yeah, that's a life. What do you mean? Well, I mean, I guess it's not fair to say Dragon Ball because when Dragon Ball came out, everybody was watching Dragon Ball. Like, that was it came on Cartoon Network.
Nerd or not.
Yeah.
It was like the thing to watch, yeah.
Like Cartoon Network, you really didn't have a choice but to watch anime because you couldn't get past, you had to watch the anime to get to the other cartoons.
The other cartoons, yeah.
Yeah, so like everybody was a nerd for like as long as Toonami existed. But after Toonami went off, everybody went their separate ways. Now, I didn't get bullied by the jocks, but I was like, still playing with action figures in middle school. And we're not ever going to discuss that again. But
it's okay, no judgment. This is a safe zone. No but I was playing with my brother's Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
So.
No. So then, with you being an extrovert, like you didn't go through any phases, like that emo phase, that goth phase, like nothing like that. You were just to yourself, quiet.
No, I went through a tomboy phase where all I wanted to do was like boy things. I would only wear boy clothes. So like shorts, female shorts or girl teenage shorts were just way too short for me. I was very conservative, so all my shirts were really big. I could swim in them. Like I probably weighed maybe 90 pounds soaking wet, but I've got extra large and double X everything. Pants, shorts, top. So I went through this and all my hair was always in a ponytail and in a braid. You would never see it, like it would never be out like this, ever. So I really didn't start embracing that girly side of me until I started getting a lot older. Mostly, I think probably high school. But yeah, I wasn't very fashion forward. Yeah, it was kind of boring. And I did get made fun of for being a nerd because I was definitely like the smart kid in the class and my glasses were really thick. And yeah, I definitely got made fun of for that.
Leah A. Willis said, "You're a real turtle head."
Yeah. Lee, that's my other big brother. Shout out to Lee. It's true. I do like Ninja Turtles.
So, with that being said, now we gotta get to the bread and butter. So you were a tomboy. So how was it dating as a nerd tomboy? How was that?
Oh, dating was non-existent. Like that was not even no.
No.
I was like, guys, ew. I was so conservative and like so focused on my schoolwork. I'm telling you, I was like a nerd. Like I was that kid that had the book bag like with all the books for every class in
Oh
it, and
no.
I was carrying notebooks too. I was like for real a legit nerd.
But you
Like for
had a
real.
locker though. That's a lot of effort.
I know, but I just, I always wanted to be prepared because, if in one class, the teacher gave us an extra 10 minutes to do homework, then I would already have all my stuff with me so I can make a use of time, Like, I don't know. I was such a nerd. I was so focused on grades and stuff. So dating wasn't even a thing. And then so that was like middle school. Then once I got to high school, like I felt like nobody liked me. Like no guys were into me. And that's even when I started dressing a little bit more feminine and girly. I still don't wear my hair down yet. I'm still like in a ponytail or like pushed back. But I felt like I looked more girly and maybe guys would like me. They did not like me. I had such a hard time finding a date to prom and to homecoming. Like, for real. Nobody
Wow.
even noticed me, I felt like, until I got to college.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
We got Chris Panala, TJ Robinson, and the wife, Carrie Hall, coming on. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in.
Welcome.
So nobody, so not even, and so, okay, yeah. So were you more open? And you said 21 was the time you actually came out with your nerdness. Yeah. So, coming out the closet at 21, no Atlanta puns intended. Did you so were you more open in college as a nerd? Like, was that more of your like, that's when you took flight?
When I really started embracing all of me, all of my nerdness, all of my femininity, like just everything, all of the cultures that are in my family. Like I just really started embracing everything. And actually what was really cool about that is once I started embracing all that instead of just like hiding behind everything, that's when I got more friends and they were like nerd friends. So I started finding my tribe. So I started blossoming and really expressing my nerdisms.
So it was it at that point that boys were a thing, or were you still closed up conservative book? Okay.
Oh no. Once we got to college, see, boys were a thing. Okay, guys were a thing.
Oh, word. Okay, they were okay. Oh, okay. Talk to me, girl. Like, talk to me right now. I need to know what's up.
Freshman year, I was still like, I'm focused on school. I got to get this degree. And throughout college, I obviously stayed focused or whatever. But I mean, that second year did something for me. I started going to more parties and stuff and meeting more nerdy people. Because like then, you're surrounded by people who are pursuing something intellectual. So it was a little bit more okay to, just express all these weird things that you like because everybody was weird and trying to find their way. So yeah, guys were a thing. Second year, sophomore year. Mm-hmm.
So now that since you started dating, how hard was it to find a man as a nerd at that point, or did you date within your little tribe?
I kind of did it within my tribe. It was easier that way, kind of knew people and, kind of watched them over time. Like, okay, that nerd right there, like, is he a legit nerd or is he just trying to, fit in and be cool with somebody? So, yeah, had a little time to scope out the scene or whatever. So it was easier to date than them.
So, was it harder to find? Okay, so this is the real question. We're gonna get to the bread and butter right here.
The real question.
Yeah. So, was it harder to date? Was it easier to date outside your, outside? Like, was it easier to find a black man nerd? Like, I mean, was it easier for you?
Yes, it actually was.
It was okay because a lot of Blerd women are like, man, I can't find a black dude. They don't want us. This and like.
Okay,
so,
I can't find that right now.
But okay.
In college, I could.
Oh,
yeah.
So right now is the struggle for you. Right now is the struggle.
Right now is definitely the struggle. Okay, I struggle more now dating than I ever did in college.
Okay.
And maybe it's because once you graduate, you don't go to all these different classes anymore, and making it you limit your opportunities to meet new people.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dating in Atlanta, boo.
All right, so everybody.
And some of the people who are tuned in, they know the deal. They know.
Hey guys, so she's single. That's what she said. So just
In other words,
she's on the market, guys. Just to let you guys know. And I'm giving away the movie tickets. You have 2 free tickets All you gotta do is make the connection. I'm making it easy. I'm making it easy. So, okay, so that's the biggest issue, right? That's one of the biggest issues that we're hitting right now, as far as you know, the blurred women, is the fact that it's said that black blurred men don't want blurred women. And, you know, you said you're having that problem now. And, you know, it became a really big, you know, spotlit issue because of the whole Donald Glover debate. I know I'm bringing up a little bit of an old issue here. But, you know, people, you know, they were saying that, you know, Donald Glover, you know, had to find this, you know, some black men were saying that Donald Glover had to find this white woman, because if it wasn't for, you know, like, just black women don't want, you know, nerds. And, you know, up until now, my experience has been just, honestly, my experience personally has been that, you know, I went to predominantly black schools, and I wasn't a jock. I wasn't on the football team, wasn't on the basketball team. You know, I read comic books, I read manga, I talked about Dragon Ball Z. So it was really hard for me to find you know, a black woman who was interested, because all the black girls are like, you're weird, get away from me. And I was like, oh, that's too bad, you know. you know, from the girls I saw at school to even my own mom was like, why are you still playing with action figures at 16? Again, we'll never talk about that again. But I would have thought you were cool. But, you know what I mean? Like, it's just, you know, that in my personal experience, you know, black women curved me, because I knew like maybe two black girl blurds. I knew two blurred women growing up. One had a boyfriend, one it didn't really work out, but, you know what I mean? Like, but outside of that, once I left the confines of high school, it was a struggle. Like, it was a struggle, because in my mind, you guys didn't exist. But see, you said now you're having that problem. So, but I mean, you go to all these cons, and, you know, like, you're in all these groups, you know what I mean? Like, and it's still.
So I go to all these cons, and I meet lots of people, I meet lots of guys, but they just are kind of like, oh, can I get your picture? Okay, done. You know what I mean? And then that's it. Just get my picture. Not, hey, can we connect? You know, do you want to link up on Instagram? They don't even slide in my DMs like that. Like, I don't even understand what's going on. But yeah, it's kind of the life. And what I like to think of too, just not to isolate the blurred world or the cosplay world into just one box, is that everything that happens in the regular world, in regular society, is also happening within the confines of these smaller communities. Same thing, same dynamics. So in regular life, even if I'm not at a cosplay convention or, you know, some sort of comic convention, or even if I'm not just hanging out with my friends that like to play video games and we do VR headset stuff or whatever, like, I could just be out at a mall, a shopping center, a carnival, whatever, a concert, some sort of social event, and still, like, don't nobody try to holler. I'm like,
guys, she's putting herself out there. Sherman says, sounds like she was scouting them like coaches scout basketball players when he's talking about when you're in college.
He's right. He's right. He wasn't even there, and he was right.
And he said he hopes none of your exes are watching. And Lee says you got brothers that scream, though, so not everybody can holler at you, because your brothers will scream them. And I seen them. They're not small dudes, guys. I seen them at MamaCon. They're not small dudes at all. But
so anytime you guys see me at a convention and there's two guys with me, one on either side, Lee and Jeff, just you've been warned. You've been warned. But that, I don't know, maybe that could be something, you know, guys see me with my two big brothers and they're probably like, oh, we don't know which one she's with. Is she in a relation? I don't know. Let me just walk away.
They blocking you on purpose. That's what it is. That's what it is. They blocking you on purpose. They're blocking you on purpose. They're hindering your success.
They just love me. But even in everyday life, though, like, the nerds, they don't try to holler. They'll look. They'll stare. And they're like, you know, be up in the corner whispering to each other, whatever, just looking. But they don't even say anything. I don't know what that's about. I don't know. Like, I'm approachable.
Myron is like, they need to step up, because she said,
yes, they do. See, Myron knows. They do need to step up. Anyway.
So switching gears for a second. So as far as being a female cosplayer, I know I talked to Kitty Kaboom. I don't know if you know who she is, but I talked to her. She's a really big West Coast cosplayer and gamer. She was telling me that, you know, she was telling me that she faced a lot of Her and Charlie Rocket, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Charlie Rocket, honorary host as forever and always. She was telling, they were both telling me that they have issues when it comes to being a female in cosplay of
Mm-hmm.
color when it comes to like criticism that they get from fans and whatnot for who they cosplay, how they cosplay. Have you and Charlie Rocket was telling me that it's actually it comes mostly from women on when it comes to her instance. Have you ever faced criticism or judgment from your peer group for cosplaying?
Yeah, but definitely, I think most cosplayers have, whether it be some form of like sexism or body shaming or racism. Like I said, the same things that go on in normal society, the elements of those often filter into the cosplay world. So yeah, I've definitely gotten that. Now, what I can say is that I haven't gotten it probably as much as some other people, and it might be because I'm cheating a little bit. You're like, what? How do you cheat in cosplay? I know, right? So what I've done is cosplay or try to cosplay characters that I do actually look alike. So like for example, like Monet St. Croix, who is an X-Men that a lot of people don't know about. That was my very second cosplay. I do actually look a lot like her. She's Algerian, first female, or I think it's the first comic book character that actually was a Muslim in the comic book. So very strong character, has great superpowers and things that I can relate to. So not only can I relate to the character, but I actually played it safe by looking more like them, or trying to look more like them. But yeah.
So would you ever venture out and cosplay somebody that actually doesn't look like you?
Yeah, I will. Potentially at Dragon Con 2018, just saying. But yeah, I haven't done that so much yet because I've heard the stories and I've seen the criticism and seen how photographers don't want to take pictures of you at different cons. So I've sort of played it on the safe side. But yeah, I think it's time to venture out.
Myron said I wouldn't call it cheating, but you're right. People tend to leave us alone when we stay in our lane. Do you?
Yep.
But why do you feel like that is though? Why do you feel like that is that they want us to stay? Like people would prefer if we stayed in our lane, so to speak.
I think it's the same reason that people want us to stay in our lane in regular life. It's easier to categorize somebody and keep them in one category instead of say, wait a minute, this person can fit in this category, and this category. It's like too much for the brain to process for a lot of people. So it's easier to just put everybody in one box. All the black people should only cosplay all black characters. All white people should
all
only
12
cosplay.
of them, yeah.
Right, exactly. They said a little bit more worldlyblackheroes.com, but also we might know, we might readily recognize. But yeah, and then all the white people can cosplay all the billions of white characters, or yeah. So it's just easier for people to say, okay, you fit inside of a box, but many of us fit into many different boxes, and so that kind of ruffles some people's feathers.
And so. And so, like, how do you feel about, like, some of the portrayals of women when it comes to nerd culture? Because a lot of female characters, like Red, what's her name? Is it not Red Fox? What's her name? Sonya Red, Starfire. A lot of these characters are portrayed, very skimpy, for lack of better words, because men draw them. Let's be real. Even, for those who don't know, true. Early Wonder Woman, Wonder Woman had a decently long skirt and the breastplate, but, Wonder Woman's comics were drawn. She was always drawn in some kind of like, tie 'em up BDSM position, which is weird because she's a demigod, but then some mortal man would always find a way to tie her up and spank her with her own lasso. It's kind of, but,
yeah.
So, like, how do you feel about, female representation when it comes to comics and anime and things of that nature? Like,
yeah. So a lot of times, not all the time, but many times, I feel like women are overly sexualized with, a very big bust and everything all hanging out. And in some cases, it's cool. Like if that's your preference, that's your preference. But do all the characters or do most of the characters have to be like that? I think not. But you're right. You make a great point. A lot of these characters are created by and drawn and illustrated by men, and not women. So I would like to see more women representation at the board tables at Marvel and DC and the likes. Because I just almost wonder if the image of women would change in a more positive way, or not just change, but even evolve into something even greater than just us being a sexual object. But there's some great characters out there that do have a bit more coverage, but they do tend to be a little bit skimpy, and they all tend to be the same body type and body size. Very large breasts, very small waist, with a little bit of hip action, and very skinny legs. And, you know, the average woman doesn't really look like that. The average woman does have the curves, but, you know, might have, you know, different shapes, hourglass shape, apple shape, pear shape, whatever. So to see to be able to see superheroes like that in the future, I think would be awesome, especially for young girls growing up, because all young girls don't just stay skinny little sticks like they're, I don't know, like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, absolutely. How do you feel about Marvel and DC's current integration and representation of women in their comics? You know, you have the black female Iron Man, Iron Woman, Riri. You have you know, Thor as a woman. You know, Wonder Woman's arc has gotten changed and retconned to be a more conservative and more powerful, you know, demeanor, especially with the Wonder Woman movie, which DC did do that. We did that right. We did that right.
They did. That was the only DC movie that I really, really liked.
We're not. Not on my show, Jesus. Not on my show, Jesus.
But I really did appreciate DC for having like this feature film featuring just a bad woman. Like, she's just that girl. Like, she's everything. She's been around. She has the legacy. She has incredible superpowers. So it was good to see her featured in her own film. Everything was about her. She wasn't the sidekick. She didn't just have a little cameo. So I appreciate DC for doing that in the movies, like cinematically, and also for doing it in their comic books and Marvel as well. Because why can't women have superpowers? And not only that, but to take it a step further, why can't we see images of that? What's the problem, right? It's empowering, just like it would be empowering, or it is empowering for guys to see, you know, male figures, even though some of them are stereotypically, you know, drawn too, right? Always big muscle, tiny waist, whatever, right? But it's still empowering to be able to see parts of yourself as a woman on the screen or in the comic books. It's just awesome. And why not? We're 50% of the population, or almost 50% of the population anyway. So why not? Representation really does matter.
So how do you feel about that, the body, the lack of, how do I put it? Like, you know, like not every like you said, not every comic, not every manga, not every anime is body positive. And I mean, you don't have that problem, but how do you feel about your fellow sisters that do have that problem?
Yeah, actually, I think for myself internally, I have that problem because, you know, going into your 30s, the metabolism slow down, you start putting on some extra little something.
Okay.
So I feel like myself. I know. I feel like women that are watching, they know, they can relate. You know how your body looks, and you know how you like it to look, and then you know how sometimes, you know, you just go bloat, whatever. So actually, there have been some cosplayers that are full figure that have had a lot to say about my figure, whether I'm in my thin phase or what I consider my thicker phase. So yeah, like I said, just like things that go on in society, there's microcosms of that within the cosplay world and within the Blerd world even as well. I mean, you're gonna have haters in regular life and then haters in the cosplay world too. So yeah, I've had people make comments about my weight. Either I was too skinny, or I thought I was better than everybody, or, you know, when it's time to take a picture, let me step in front of, you know, royalty cosplay real quick so I can be featured. Like, you know what I mean? Just like little passive aggressive stuff. And I just let them do what they do. But I recognize it though, and I make a mental note in my head because I like to know who I'm dealing with. So, but as far as women who are full figured or just very curvy, and that you're looking at, you know, Wonder Woman cinematically, or in the comic books, or you're looking at Storm, and they're all like these very thin figures that have like these quote unquote perfect bodies. I just encourage women, no matter what your body type is, if you're a nerd, if you're a blerd, and you like a certain character, go ahead and cosplay it. Do you, boo? Because this is the thing. What a lot of us don't realize is that when we walk in who we are, even if it's a nerd or whatever, that's when you start finding your tribe. That's when you start, feeling more confident about yourself. So if you want to cosplay Starfire and you're a size 16, you're a size 20, whatever, then you cosplay that then and you rock it. You rock that with confidence. I don't care if it's in cosplay or in everyday life, whatever, you just rock it.
That's words to live by.
So that's how I feel about it. Do you?
So switching gears a little bit here. So with women being overly sexualized, and then when the image of women having a certain social status quo, have you ever been sexualized yourself? Have you ever faced any sexual harassment on the quote unquote job, so to speak?
Absolutely. That's part of the reason that my two brothers, shout out to them again, accompany me, or I accompany them. We're just always together in a group when we go to these different conventions, because people are ridiculous. Some of these guys think that cosplay is consent. And some women even think that cosplay is consent. Let's just be real about it. There's so many men that get groped by women, or, so many women that get groped by men, and vice versa. Like, it's not cool, man. Like, I mean, it's kind of like, and I know this is kind of messed up to say, but this is real life. It's kind of like when a man sees a woman out at a club or something and she has on a fitted dress that's real short, he might think that that's consent for rape. That's not even, no. But it's almost like that same sort of mindset, once again, is brought into the cosplay community. People start going to parties, getting a little alcohol in them, or some of them are just bold, even without any substance, to kind of edge them along or push them along. And so, yeah, I've definitely been groped before. I remember my second Dragon Con walking down the street in my Monet St. Croix outfit, which is like pretty much a cat suit with a cape and some gloves. But I purposely wore a costume with a cape to have a little bit more coverage, and it's a long cape down to the ground. But I definitely had two different cars at two different times when I was parked my car, in a lot to sort of walk and meet my friends, and two different guys along the way stop and pulling their cars over, like stopping traffic, literally pulling their cars over and yelling stuff at me out the window, and then riding slow next to me as I walked. Like it was like they were relentless, and then I've had people come up to me and like try to put their hand under my cape, and I'm like, just because I got on a costume doesn't give you permission to even violate any of my space. Ever. And I know there are lots of women who have cosplayers who have experienced so much more than that, and it's ridiculous that we even have to talk about it, but it is a thing. The sexual harassment, the groping, the violation of somebody's person. It's crazy.
And yeah, it is pretty bad that, I've never heard of woman on woman. That's interesting, but it is pretty sad that a lot of
that's the thing. I definitely had a woman lick her finger and run it across my back.
What? Ew! What the fuck?
Yeah,
wait, what?
Really across the lower, smaller part of my back. Yeah.
Oh, that's that. What? Why is that a thing? Oh my God.
I don't know why that was even deemed appropriate. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
That was disgusting.
Like, was she old? Like, was she like an older woman? Like, the cougars, like, what I'm saying? They're weird.
In the same peer group.
Oh no! Oh wow! Okay, that's traumatic. Oh my God! Yeah, wow.
Like, I don't want anybody to spit on me.
Yeah, like normally I gotta worry about old ladies, man, but they coming at you like, oh no. So wow, that's crazy. Like, and
I know, right?
Does that ever deter you from wanting to cosplay? Does that do you look at a cosplay costume and be like, I don't know if I want to wear that because of how I think society is going to treat me? Like, is that a thing for you?
No, it's something that I think about, and I'm definitely consciously aware of it, but it's not going to stop me because cosplay is part of who I am. It's not all that I am, but it's part of me. So asking me not to cosplay some of my favorite characters or new characters that are new to me is like asking me not to be myself.
Yeah.
And that's not fair. That's not cool. And that's not ever going to be acceptable. I'm going to do me regardless.
So since your brothers are watching, let's hit a real awkward question right quick. So what's like the average number?
Oh God.
What's the average number of meat pics you get in your DMs on a regular basis?
What's the average number of what?
Meat pics you get in your DMs on a regular basis for your cosplays.
You know what? I actually don't get a whole lot of pictures in my DMs. I'll get messages, but I won't get a whole lot of pictures. And I'm okay with that. I don't want that to ever change. I'm okay.
There are people out there like challenge accepted.
I know, right? Now that I'm saying this, I'm gonna like my phone is actually blinking right now, and yeah, probably something up there. Yeah,
so
ridiculous.
So okay. So a lot of your peers do lewds. So what's your position on lewds?
You know, my thing is, do you, boo? Whatever works for you. Like, it doesn't necessarily work for me, which may be part of the reason that I don't get a whole lot of random pics in my DMs, you know, because I'm not putting that sort of energy out there. But if people want to do it, they should be able to do it. If that's them, then that's them. It's just not for me. I like to leave a little bit, you know, leave a little bit to the imagination. That's all I'm saying.
So, like, would you ever do a, because you said you're a conservative person, so would you ever do a Starfire or a Sonya Fox or Sonya Red, I mean?
Yeah, I could potentially do a Starfire. Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't like count everything out. I mean, I have done Akasha before, which isn't completely lewd, but you know, it's a bra with a skirt. I mean, you know what I mean?
Facts.
So I think that's the closest thing that I've gotten to it. Well, and then I also did do cosplay with like body paint, but people like the paint was so, I had on a bikini in a cape, but the job was so good that people thought it was a suit, like a bodysuit, full entire thing, until they started to, like, you know, a dragon kind of gets really hot and so you start sweating. So I was sweating on my underarms, so I went to the bathroom to try to paint myself together again, and then they were like, that was a whole suit, and I was like, no, it's really paint. So yeah, I mean, I do, you know, straddle that line sometimes, and I definitely have done with my cosplay, and I probably will in the future. So, I mean, I'm not completely opposed to lewds, but I just hope that some cosplayers understand that they don't have to just only do that and that's it. But, you know, some cosplayers, that's what they specialize in. They have incredible bodies and they work hard for it, and they, you know, are dieting and stuff properly to be able to have those bodies. But I mean, we're women, we're more than sexual objects, and so absolutely. I feel like that should be reflected on our cosplay too.
So, what's the biggest hurdle you've had when it comes to cosplaying as a woman, as a Black woman? What's the biggest hurdle you've had when it comes to cosplay?
Trying to maintain a good shape to fit into these skin tight little outfits that I like. into these onesies, if you will. Man, the older you get, the harder that crap gets.
I can second that.
Challenge, though.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's what you get when you order off Asian websites, man. They don't make them for us, you know.
So they don't. So if you wear like a small in real life on an Asian website, you got to get an extra large.
Yes. Oh my God, I have a Black Panther. I told you I have a Black Panther outfit coming in, and I am terrified because I'm gonna post it on Instagram. I'm gonna post it on Facebook. I'm gonna do a review, and I already know, like, it's probably
you're gonna be looking like a little sausage.
Man, look, it's gonna be. I'm like, the only thing that'll fit is the helmet. Like, everything else is gonna be skin tight. Wow. You know what I mean? Like, so
I mean, hey, if it's real tight and you feeling like it's right, you should just go ahead and post it. I could get you some followers.
Hey, you're right. You know what I'm saying? That's what I might have to do. You know, like,
I'm here to help you out.
That's what it might take. You know, I might have one of these old ladies trying to like lick their finger and rub it down my back. But I mean, if it gets me to 1,000 likes,
I have a fan club after that Black Panther, and it can go down a little lower. Okay.
Oh no, not my butt.
Ladies, look, the ladies and the men might like.
Look, I'm from Atlanta, but I'm not like I'm from Atlanta, but I'm not about that Atlanta life. You know what I mean? Like, that's not.
Okay, I'm just trying to say what's that.
No, but so. Have you had any flack from we spoke on your female cosplay peers? What about your male cosplay peers? Like, do they treat you with, you know? I mean, I know you walk around with two big ass Black dudes, but I mean,
that's helpful. I know everybody doesn't have that. You know, they don't have two big brothers to look after them. But no, I actually have gotten a lot of encouragement from most of the community at large. But I haven't had any of my male Blerds like try to dog me out or try to talk negatively about my cosplay. It's honestly, I've gotten the opposite, which is really, really cool. Because even when I feel like, oh my God, I'm so bloated, like the other day, or at MomoCon actually, I cosplayed Princess Jasmine, and I was like, well, you know what? I'm full figure Princess Jasmine today because Toya's bloated, like royalty cosplay is bloated. But all the guys are like, no, you look great, and they're so encouraging and stuff. So it actually helps pick up my self-esteem in ways that in regular life, I don't get that feedback all the time. So it's kind of cool.
So
I really have to say I'm kind of spoiled though, because here in Atlanta we have a great cosplay community. But I know that in a lot of other major cities and even smaller cities across the U.S. and across the globe, people don't have that luxury. I think the cosplay community is growing. It's still in that growing phase, especially for Blerds. But I'm really, really fortunate to be able to live here and have this awesome community of people that's so supportive of different cosplays that I wear, and I'm supportive of them too. So if you don't live in Atlanta, and if you plan on coming to Dragon Con or any other conventions, like definitely if you see some Blerds walking around, hit us up, because it really is a growing community here, and it's pretty awesome. It's not perfect, but it's pretty awesome and supportive.
So
I know, and you're in Alaska, so
yeah. Oh man,
I know, but
it hurts.
Did you get that vibe when you were here though at MomoCon?
When I was at MomoCon, my daughter got all the attention, so.
So you was being a hater, right?
Yeah, look.
Side note, if nobody saw his daughter, she looks absolutely incredible. How old is she, like 4 or 5?
She's 5, yeah. She just turned 5 in April.
She's 5, and she cosplayed the comic book version of Shuri, which, of course, that's my favorite cosplay that I do as well. So I was immediately drawn to her. She made her own costume at 5 years old.
Yeah.
So she's like an incredible cosplayer in the making.
Yes, she
is. And yeah, she was getting all the shine.
I was hating. I'm not gonna lie, I was hating. I was definitely hating because,
she deserved it. She looked amazing.
She did.
Natural hair, she looked so cute.
She did. She looked absolutely amazing. It's just, I had to hate, because, people like, oh my God, it's like people like, oh man, I like your red hood. And I'm like, thank you. I'm Blerd view. Oh my God, your daughter. Well, there goes that. So
yeah, exactly.
But like
exactly.
I've rigged it to where I'm gonna make her the poster child of the Blerd view, and then that way people, it's like clickbait. I'm just gonna like put her picture up as clickbait.
I mean, do what you gotta do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like,
go ahead, get her to pay that rent.
Yeah,
a couple bills.
That's what I'm saying. I do what I gotta do. Like I'm gonna do a YouTube tutorial on like how she made her cosplay with her, and I know that's gonna be clickbait. I gotta draw them in however I gotta draw them in. You know what I mean? Like. Yeah.
I would click on that. She's adorable and she's so talented. She did such a good job on her. Is it her first cosplay?
No, not at all. That's her fourth cosplay. What? Yeah, that's her fourth cosplay.
You training her up right then. You training her up. But # great parenting.
Yeah, thank you. I try. Yeah, she's been
cosplay.
Our first cosplay was Atlanta City Comic Con. She was like 1. She was like 1, maybe 2. Yeah, she just turned 2. It was no, she was 1. It was Atlanta City Comic Con. I bought her a Robin onesie. I was Blackest Night Batman, and so we were Batman and Robin. And the theme was The Walking Dead, so like me being zombie Batman was really cool. And she acted like a zombie when she was asleep, so that helped. And then the year after.
So for all the parents out there, definitely it's never too early or too late to get your kids into cosplay too. If that's something that they're into, let them express it, because here his daughter has now 4 years of experience now of cosplay.
Yep, at
5. Just saying.
At 5, and she
almost got me beat.
And she always wants to dress up, so it's easier for her. Like she was all hype, like, Daddy, I gotta be Shuri. I have to be Shuri. You gotta help me put the costume together, Daddy. You and Carrie, we gotta get the costume ready. And like, I got the materials for her. We put it together. We helped her put it together, and then we got the comic, and she was hyped. She's like, yes, I gotta have my claws, and I gotta have my mask, and like it has to light up. Like she was all hyped. And as soon as we got to MomoCon, and everybody was like, "Oh my God!" She was like, "I don't like this anymore," because like everybody was all in her face. Yeah, everybody was all in her face.
No autographs. I'm done.
Yeah, she's such a diva.
Until
Until you fed her the brownie.
I shared a brownie with her. Side note, brownies are magic. So here's another thing. If you're taking kids to, these conventions and stuff, and you got them cosplaying, or they're just running around like regular kids, bring snacks because they're gonna need them, or they're gonna get hangry. Especially in Atlanta, or if you're in another region where it gets really hot. Yeah, they're gonna use up a lot of energy. Just bring snacks because we had to make sure Sherry was good. Then after that, she took a picture with me with her class.
Yeah,
I felt special.
Yeah, we gotta get that picture on the Blerd View page. You gotta give that up.
Yeah, we do. Jeff Hall, if you're still on, just saying, if you got a few pictures, put them out there so that people can see. People need to see baby Sherry.
So what upcoming projects are you planning on doing next? Like, are you guys trying to? I know you guys have a huge cosplay community up there in Atlanta. Are you guys trying to do like your own con, your own events? Like, what's going on with you guys?
Well, I have a friend named Jabbar Lastly King, and he is over Cosplay Your Way. So if you're on Facebook or Instagram, and I believe Twitter too, just at Cosplay Your Way is something that you want to follow. He's been doing some events. We did a huge photo shoot back in January for Black History Month to celebrate the hashtag 28 Days of Black Cosplay that's been around for a couple years now. So we pretty much put up photos of different cosplayers here in Atlanta, different Blerds, to showcase their work, and then also showcase some of the Blerd photographers that are here in the Atlanta area, including my two big brothers, which are part of Dr. Law's Photo Labs. That's those two and then me. All three of us together, we make up Dr. Law's Photo Lab, and we do lots of cosplay pictures at that event that Jabbar had, or Bar Fox is his name, and you can follow him on Instagram as well. So he hosted it. We took some pictures. Some other amazing photographers took some pictures and put some graphic arts on. So we're looking forward to more shoots like that. Also at Dragon Con, Dr. Law's Photo Lab will be hosting Wakanda United photo shoot, and we're really, really excited about that. So especially because the Black Panther movie came out, we had lots of cosplayers come out last year for our very first one, but this one we expect to be huge. And fun fact, we've got some cosplayers who've already committed to coming from London even for the specific shoot. So we're really excited about how the turnout's going to be for that. And then also, I think during Dragon Con as well, we also participate in the Black Geeks of Dragon Con shoot. So it's not one specific theme like the Wakanda United or Black Panther shoot is. It's any Blerd from whatever cartoon, movie, anime, comic book, whatever, even characters that you make up, you just come out and have a huge shoot, network with people, meet some more Blerds from across the country and across the world even, because we get lots of international people as well. So we're looking forward to those specific events. So Wakanda United shoot at Dragon Con, and also Black Geeks of Dragon Con shoot as well. You can look those up on Facebook.
Definitely. Lee said shout out to Channing.
Oh yes, Channing, thank you, Lee. So Channing is responsible. He was the one that came up with the whole Black Geeks of Dragon Con theme, and he's been hosting those photo shoots for the past few years now, and they've gotten believe it or not, they've gotten larger and larger and larger. Some people know about them, and other people will see us taking photos for the shoots and just kind of swarm in and text their friends and DM their friends, and before you know it, we have this incredibly large group of talented cosplayers, all shapes and sizes, all different shades and colors, with amazing costumes on and amazing energy. It's always really, really good energy at these events.
So what are we gonna do about your dating situation, man? What's up with that?
Man, I don't even know. If anybody has any suggestions, please comment. Help a sister out, DM me, whatever.
Like, I know you get hit on. You can't say you don't get hit on. I know you get hit on.
I do sometimes, but a lot of times, of course, from the nerd community, a lot of people are introverted, so they're not the type of guys that would actually hit on me for real. But I do get hit on sometimes.
I mean, for the guys that do, because I'm from Atlanta, just like you are, so I already know, guys will follow you for like miles trying to get play. You know what I mean? So, but
these guys.
But you gotta understand, if a man comes at you and you hit on him back, They don't know what to do with that. They don't. If a man starts, hey, yo, mom, what's good? You be like, hey, what's good with you? What's up? They be like,
You know what? That might be what I'm doing wrong. I might need to like reconsider my whole, approach and actually do that because in Atlanta that's the approach that a lot of guys take, and I just be like, oh my god, I don't have time for this. Like all y'all got the same line, everybody got the same line. Everybody.
I'm telling you, yeah.
Yeah. I might have to use that approach, but just also just serve it back to them.
Yeah, I mean, but also too, you know what I'm saying? At at 30, at 30 something, you got to be more. Nah, stop it. 24, but it's a nerd community, so you got to be it's a nerd community, so everybody's kind of shy and timid to talk to you. Like, oh, well, she's hot, but I don't know if she wants to talk to me. You got to be aggressive. Hey, yo, you, Captain America, what's good? Me?
Like, in my electric cosplay, I think that will work.
Yeah, like, hey, yo, you. Like, she talking to me? She's talking to me? Like, Sherman said Blerd bachelorette party at Dragon Con.
Oh my god. Sherman's a trip.
He said they're gonna put all the single dudes on the Hilton steps and let you pick your favorites. They all gotta be in cosplay. Okay, they all gotta be in cosplay.
I will be there. And I'm gonna bring all my girls, cosplay or not.
He said instead of roses, they can hand out Black Panther Funko Pops. I like that. They gotta be different. They all gotta be different.
Now he's speaking my language. I feel like I need his number right now. I'm just saying.
So that's that. Hey, if it works, it works. You know what I mean? But no,
I'm a simple woman. It doesn't take much to make me happy. So if somebody gave me a pop and it's a Black Panther pop, side note, favorite character ever.
That's it, guys. That's all it takes is the pop figure. Black Panther pop figure. That's it.
It's simple. I'm writing a prescription, giving it live right now. Facebook Live.
Oh man, that's all it takes. So you and your brothers, say you guys need to hook that up, make them cosplay, make sure they're like pull them right from Dragon Con, make them stand on the Hilton steps in their best cosplay. It's got to be the best cosplay because that lets you know how creative they are. You know what I mean? Line them up on the steps and let them know like Black Panther pops. And the best cosplay with the best pop figure is the one that gets the date.
That night. It's quick. See
that night right there. And but when you do
I know my brothers are like flipping out right now because they're kind of like, oh god, I tell you it's gonna happen.
But when you do it, you got to dress up as your Princess Shuri, like Black Panther. You got to do that, like just so they know.
I gotta do Shuri.
Yeah, and like make it like blind. That way they don't know what they're getting into, and then you pull off the mask and you whip the hair out, and they're like, oh, okay, all right,
right.
Yeah. So
I think I got that part down. I could do that.
You know what I'm saying? Just hit it with it. You're never too old. You can always be too young, but you're never too old. But I don't understand why you have a problem. I know a lot of other people tell you the same thing. But
it's just dating in Atlanta. But hopefully, when I start venturing out to more cons out of state, maybe I'll have more luck.
Do you feel like it's partially because you're a Marvel fan?
Absolutely not. That's actually a draw. That's all I'm saying. Okay. If I was doing a DC character, like nobody would even want my picture. Just saying.
C.S. Sherman says she doesn't want a man. She just wants a free meal at Dragon Con.
Sure, you ain't have to put my business out like that because y'all know I like to eat.
Wow.
I love to eat.
He set you up. So, no, this all they gotta do. Okay, well, if that's the case, all they gotta do is dress up as like all they gotta do is dress up like
just look like a snack.
Yeah, just pull out the food. All you gotta do is they don't have to say words to you. They just come dressed up in their best cosplay and just pull out like a platter of brownies and be like, for you. That's it.
Brownies, chocolate chip cookies, ribs, greens, cornbread.
All that soul food, all the soul food. Like that's simple. That's a whole meal. That's not simple. What? You're asking for Patti LaBelle's entire recipe right now.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. Patty pie.
Wow, just everything, all that. But yeah, so all right, fellas, it's not hard. Oh,
It's not hard.
C.S. Sherman said you should lewd Ronald McDonald.
He said lewd Ronald McDonald.
Yeah, that. You
Oh
know
my
what,
gosh.
Sherman? Are you talking to me or her?
I think
Either
that
way,
was for you.
hey,
That
either
was for you.
yeah, because if it was for me, I'm down. I'm down.
I think that was for you, and that is your new challenge.
Oh, really?
Forward.
Really?
Yeah,
Is that a challenge? Lewd Ronald McDonald?
It's challenge day.
Oh
It's
man, could I do it? That's so weird though. Like, I couldn't imagine lewd Ronald McDonald. I would have to. I would have to.
Yeah,
I would have to.
do it.
Okay. Oh man. Oh, challenge accepted. All right, I can do it. I don't know.
Sherm, you heard that, right? You heard that right here. It's recorded. He said challenge accepted.
Wow, just put me out there like that. So I actually have a question from a friend of mine, Catherine McCadden.
Okay.
I interviewed her. She was like my second interview actually, and she said she wanted to know how you put together your Black Panther costume.
Oh, okay. So, let's see, where do I even start? So, as far as with the base of it, and I don't sew very well at all. I can sew a little bit by hand, but as far as using the big machines, it's a little intimidating. Also, stretchy fabrics, even more intimidating to try to sew for me. So what I did is I went to a dance store and just got the whole bodysuit. The full bodysuit with that came all, the neck and the head is all covered in the zipper is all the way up to the top of the crown of the head. So I got one of those, cut some holes in it, cut the mouth in it, really because I wanted my whole neck to be covered. So when I put the helmet on, it's a latex helmet that I just got, or kind of like cowl, I guess you can say, that I got from Amazon.
Yeah.
That a friend of mine actually painted black because it was like an ashy gray. So I had my friend of mine painted a darker black to match the suit. As far as the white collar is concerned, because this is the comic book version of Shuri. This is my favorite thing. This is kind of like a cosplay hack, and I love telling this story because I bought all this white fur, and I was trying to figure out how to make it stand up just like it did in the comic book and on the cover. Could not do it because the fur was so heavy that like the weight just weighed it down. So I got creative, y'all, and I went to the dollar store. I think it was like Five Below, one of those stores like that, and I got a travel pillow that goes around your neck, and I wrapped the fur around the pillow. The pillow was like maybe $2 or $3. It wasn't even expensive at all. So I wrapped the fur around it, and I actually secured it with safety pins, seriously, underneath the bottom so that the cameras wouldn't pick up the pins. Let's see what else. And then for the cape, I actually went to a costume store, purchased the cape on clearance because I'm all about clearance because cosplay can get expensive, and I'm all about making a cool costume for like a low price. So the cape I got on clearance for $20. And then I went to the fabric store, got some purple fabric to line it, and had one of my friends sew it inside. That way that contrast between the black bodysuit and the inner part of the purple cape would be like really cool. As far as the belt and the armband and then the leg band, you know what I did? After Thanksgiving and after Halloween, all of this stuff goes on sale. And so really I just got to make the cuff on the arm and on the leg, it's just burlap. And it was on clearance at what was that? Michael's. It was on clearance for like just a couple bucks because I bought it out of season. And then the rope that I used to make the belt, that was also on clearance as well. So just glued 3 strips together, tied them in the back, done. Oh, and then the last thing for those dance suits or whatever, a lot of them don't come. They come with the feet, like kind of sock fabric or whatever, but they don't come with any support. So what I did, a dollar store again, went to the dollar store, got some flip-flops for 99 cents, okay? And took the thongs out and then glued the, I used, what was it? I think it's like E6000 or whatever that really strong glue is. Glued that to the bottom of the fabric. And so that way I could walk around Dragon Con and all the conventions and have traction and not like, compromise the integrity of the soul of the costume. So that's how I made that one.
That's dope. I'm gonna have to take that from you when it comes to making my Black Panther costume with the feet, because I definitely, was trying to figure that out. All right, so who's still rocking with us? Because I got 5 viewers.
I think it's time to give out some tickets.
And I got 6 viewers, 6 viewers, and I got Jurassic World tickets that I want to give away. So who's still rocking with us?
Yeah.
Anybody want to hit? People want to hit the comments? because that's how you're gonna get the tickets. Just let me know you're still here.
How did they get the tickets in the comments? What do they have to do?
All they gotta do is just tell me that they're still on.
Oh.
Yeah.
So if you're still on, please comment so you can get these tickets. And if you're single, maybe we can go on a date or something.
Oh, I tell you what. You want to go on a date? We'll talk. That might be another giveaway. Griffin, you don't get tickets. You're a sponsor. You don't get tickets. But thank you for being here.
Griffin,
you my boy.
Griffin, you playing games. But if nobody else claims it, maybe Griffin does get to get the tickets. I'm just saying.
Man, look.
Is he the only one that commented?
No, not at all. So we got Taurus Moore, Natasha Dalton, Dante, and Myron Abernathy. He said he's still here listening and sewing. All right, so Taurus wants to know, who's your favorite Ninja Turtle?
My favorite Ninja Turtle, Donatello. Why? Because he is the nerd of the group. He's the IT guy. I love it. Donatello's life goals for me. Just saying.
Well, hey, he's a man. Matter of fact, if I may ask, what do you do for a living? Like, what's your job? Or is that like too much?
My real job is also very nerdy. I am an emergency management specialist for the country.
For the country?
Yeah.
Wait, for the country of the United States?
Yeah, so I work on big outbreaks and try to help solve them.
Wow.
Big emergencies. Yeah. Super nerdy too, but I like it.
Wow, that's a huge responsibility. Like, wow.
Yeah,
that's
I like
a huge
it.
responsibility. Wow. See, I'm going to school for nursing. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, like, I feel your. You know, I'm not on your level in the field, but I'm over there somewhere.
No, you'll be above my level.
Really? Well, no. As a nurse,
nurses are everything. Nurses are everything. Everything. I have so much respect.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. I'm going to give the tickets to my boy, Taurus. Taurus Moore?
Taurus!
You get the tickets, bro. So, Taurus.
Congratulations, Taurus.
Taurus, I want you to hit me up in the DMs. Let me know what's good. And I will get your info, and I will send you the tickets. Too easy. Yeah, so that's how we're going to do that. And now.
Oh, wait, how did you select Taurus? Just so the rest of the viewers know, so they can know how to win next time.
Oh, I just picked them.
Which is random selection.
Yeah, but however, fear not, guys, because I'm going to give away tickets on Instagram, and I'm
two more, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna give 2 more. I'm gonna give another set of tickets away on Instagram. All you guys got to do is go to Instagram, follow me on Facebook, Twitter. Well, hold on, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. And I'm also on SoundCloud. Tag me in a link from either one of those pages, and I will share it. So if you follow me on Instagram, tag me on Instagram, or you can show me that you can show, like, say you follow me on SoundCloud, you can put it on Instagram and tag us at the Blerd View. But however it needs to get done. But yeah, so you guys, like, subscribe, follow, add, do whatever you got to do. Tag us at the Blerd View. Everything on every site is the Blerd View, and I will select the winner from that. And I'm going to launch Twitter tomorrow. I don't know what Twitter is, and I don't know how to use it, but I was told I need it. So I'm going to launch Twitter.
You do need it. You totally need it, especially for the Blerd world. Stay connected.
So I'm going to launch Twitter tomorrow, and if you how do you follow? You follow on Twitter, right? I'm so old. So you follow me on Twitter, and I will select the follower from there and give away Jurassic World tickets on Twitter as well. And you know what? Me and you are gonna link up. I feel like, since we've been talking about dating for the last hour and 18 minutes, I feel like if you want to do a date giveaway?
I mean, we can talk. We'll talk in the DMs.
We'll talk in the DMs. We might be giving away a date. All right, so
maybe.
But no, thank you, sweetheart, for coming on the show. I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
Taurus, don't forget to hit me up. Everybody else, go
Congratulations, Taurus. And thank you, viewers, for tuning in. That was really nice of you guys.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Definitely appreciate it. You guys go like, subscribe, follow, and add, and tag me in it for chances to win on Instagram. And we will definitely get to it. But this is Jonathan D'Angelo, a.k.a. Johnny D, Royalty Cosplay, and we are signing off. Thank you guys for watching.
Bye.
End the video. End it.